Hey there, Sharon. Talk about reconnection. Let's talk about how spiritual connections in the life framework can help you supersize and grow your business. Today, that is our topic with respect to spiritual health and well-being. We're talking about this all this month. Why? Number one, most business owners will never even consider that there's a spiritual aspect to their business. Most don't even nowadays. It feels like a lot of people don't even consider that there's a spiritual component to our lives. There absolutely positively is. It's our connection to something outside of us, a higher power, something that makes us more human, even though it's the non-human part of us. So today, normally when I look at this, and in the past when I looked at this, I used to look at all the different 9 areas of the life framework, actually 9 after 2021. It was 7 in the olden days, I call it. But each of these different areas and aspects, once a month, I take a day and I consider what are the interactions between this thing we're looking at, spirituality this month, and all the other life framework areas: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, communication, and confidence. And in 2021, I was explaining this to one of my coaching students, and I drew out, as we were speaking, this crazy little diagram. And I kept it because it so clearly illustrates and communicates that each and every area and aspect of our life and the life framework is connected to everything else. Everything we do impacts everything else in our life. And it's true of our businesses too. Every decision we make, every experience we have, every good or bad experience, every interaction, every relationship, everything is connected. And that's, I guess, what this is supposed to represent, is that everything is connected. So today, normally what I'll do is I'll write on a piece of paper the area or aspect of the life framework that we're working on, and then I'll list in the left-hand column all the other 9 life framework areas. And as I go about my day, I'll pay attention to and think about how each thing impacts and interacts with spirituality in this month's example. But today, I challenge the Be a Better You Annual Challenge group, and I'm challenging this group to think about it a little differently and actually really boil it all down and simplify it to one word. So when I think about the interaction between my spiritual health and well-being and my physical health and well-being, I have to come up with one word today that represents that for me. And I'm going to do the same thing for mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, communication, confidence, and contribution, because I think it's going to be a challenge. I really think it's going to be a fun challenge to figure out and have 9 words, or maybe I can get even more creative and I can boil that all down to a couple of words that represents this interconnectivity and the relationship between my spiritual well-being, health, and my spirit, my soul, and that area and aspect of my life, and the impact it has and the interaction with each of the other different life framework areas. So that's my fun challenge for today. Instead of just writing a couple of sentences or a paragraph and really thinking about it, really think about it, but then boil that down to one word. Why? Because words are that powerful. One word can be the trigger that reminds us when we're in a situation that feels stressful and scary. We can remember our word, and that will bring our spiritual aspect and essence into the situation and maybe take away some of that fear, maybe help us make a better choice or decision in that situation than we might otherwise make. All right. I hope this makes sense. I think it does. If it doesn't, ask me, because I'm going to be doing it right along with you today. Have an awesome day. It's a brand new week and kind of a new season, right? Starting to get a little chillier out, but we're having a heat spell in Wisconsin, so that's awesome. But if I can help you, please ask. Otherwise, go out, make it an incredible day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye.